Hi Libra, this is going to be your general message for the middle of July. It's good for any placement of Libra in your natal chart. As always, keep in mind this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone that watches. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Please subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Link to my website for private readings and to check out Astrology and Human Design analysis is also down in the description below. Just follow the link to my website. Also, Libra, if you're new to this channel, you really need to check out another channel that I created just for you. It's called Soma Chandra Libra, and I read exclusively for Libra and Sagittarius on my other channel called Soma Chandra Libra. On Soma Chandra Tarot, I read for all 12 zodiac signs, including you. I'm kind of married to your sign, so it's always like when I check in with your energy, it's like, hey, it's me. So let's get into it for you guys. Libra, change is coming. You are at a crossroads, and the next choice you make is going to be a big one. You have great ideas right now. There's some things that you need to let go of so that you can commit and focus on a new vision. I do believe that it is a time to accept some things that you've struggled to accept. You definitely have to stop imagining worst case scenarios and focus on exploring new things that will be lucrative to you, to your benefit, and bring change and growth and expansion into your life. Out of my first oracle deck for you guys, vision came out with desire. Truth is at the bottom of the deck. I also have truth, judgment, gratitude, and surrender. So they want me to pull all these out, and then you just have to be by yourself and unplug. Okay. Right now, Libra, you have a vision, and it's about what you desire. Tap into your sacral center, tap into your identity center, tap into your heart and your willpower center. That will really help you tap into what it is that you truly desire. You're meant to be focusing on that at this time. What is it that you really want? What do you really truly desire? With truth, judgment, gratitude, and surrender, I'm hearing that some of you want to speak a truth right now, but you feel like you can't. You might feel like you're being judged and you can't say anything to other people. You just have to surrender. You might have to do something or stick with someone or just deal with a scenario that it's like, okay, I surrender. If I need help, I need help. If someone else needs my help, they need help. But I don't think you really love this situation. I think you kind of have to pretend you're grateful when you're really not. It's like you want to say something to someone, but you feel like you can't at this time. Some of you are in scenarios right now where you just feel like you can't speak your truth. Maybe if they're not the right people, no, you can't speak your truth. Maybe you're worried about being judged, been playing it nice, but right now it's time to focus on what it is you truly desire. Also, when I was putting this deck away, 2 more cards came out, perseverance and family. Some of you cannot give up right now. You have family to think about. And I feel like there's some of the decisions you're making are going to be very much based on the sacrifices we make for our family, our parents, our children. You have to persevere, and some of you have to persevere and kind of deal with family at this time, or you have to be strong and persevere for your family. But that doesn't mean you're meant to be giving up other visions about what you personally desire. I do feel like there's something you're going to struggle to say. You do need to speak a truth, or you want to speak a truth. At this time, there's a few things you need to surrender to. Surrender your fear of change. There's resentments you've been hanging on to you need to let go of. You've been afraid of change and it's been holding you back, but you're also being asked to surrender to spirit and surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar, stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Yep, with vision coming out, and you got the card of Neptune as well. So vision, Neptune, desire, the 9th house about exploring. You're meant to be getting creative at this time. It will help you solve problems. I just feel like you're supposed to be tapping into creativity, doing something new and different. There has been something that's been difficult for you. Do everything you can to achieve the goal on your own. Do not sit on your hands, because sometimes when we're afraid of change, we just sit on our hands. We don't do anything. Do everything you can to achieve a goal at this time, Libra, and then turn the rest over to the divine, and spirit will meet you halfway. I do get the sense, Libra, that spirit is conspiring in your favor. But if you fear change and then you won't change, opportunities may pass you by, or you'll play out cycles that you've already played out before. You're meant to be exploring right now, big time. Ninth house, exploration, which is a new journey. For some of you, this means education. Adding to your bank of knowledge. You may be about to go on a long journey. The next cycle you enter into will be a long one, but you do not have to give up idealism because we have Neptune coming out, and that's exactly in alignment with the card of vision. What do you idealize at this time? This is a time to focus on dreams that can come true, with focusing on what your vision is, what you desire, getting in touch with that heightened spiritual state of awareness, feeling spirit work through you to help you achieve a vision. But I think it's only the beginning. The next step you take requires you to make a big choice, I think, in life. And I think it's simply the choice. Some of you have to let something go, like once and for all. It could be a job, it could be a career path, it could be like, maybe some of you I do have the Queen of Wands here with the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe some of you were entrepreneurs and you tried it and it didn't work out and now you're barely making ends meet, or like you thought it would work out in this one area that you lived in or something, but it's just not, you're not doing well, and you have to, I'm hearing some of you have to give up a ghost. You gave it the old college try. It's time to open up to something new. I'm hearing, let yourself explore a new vision. You weren't going to be happy doing that in the long term anyways, is what I'm hearing. You are going to have a rebirth. Yep, and here's Taurus. It's time to cultivate something. It's time to put effort into a rebirth at this time. I think that some of you are really meant to have a new vision. And then I dropped out the tarot and I was like, this doesn't look horrible, but it looks like kind of overwhelming, like a lot of change and needing to make choices. And because you see yourself as the Wheel of Fortune, I can't speak for other people. I can only speak for myself. But anytime like the signifying card for me is the wheel, I'm like, yeah, it feels like a goddamn roller coaster. It's fucking awful. Like it's really hard. Like when you're up, and you're down, you're down. Fate and luck and your destiny are at stake, and luck is on your side. If you're aware of your patterns, you don't repeat bad ones, you add and grow with good ones. Change is in the air, and I feel like a lot is out of your control. And I know that you're worried about some worst case scenarios and you need to be patient and just like radically accept some stuff that you have zero control over. I'm hearing that it's like a little overwhelming and frustrating at the moment, but good things are coming in. And I felt like you needed angelic support. I usually don't bug the angels unless I think it's really necessary. I mean, they're always here for us, but I don't whine to the angels very often or my own personal deity. So I called in on Hanuman, which is my Hindu deity that I pray to and try to align myself with. And then I called in archangels and they came forward. Haniel and Uriel and Gabriel came forward. Okay, passion. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life or career. Brilliant idea. Uriel says, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. Yeah, and nurture came out. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. If you have children, and because you got that persevere in family card, it's not the time to put family on the back burner. And for parents, some of you as parents might be experiencing some burnout, especially those of you that have a lot of kids. I have 3 kids, and but I have friends who have like 5 or more children. I'm like, how are you doing this for like 20 years, never ending and more? And they're like, yeah, I get burned out. I'm hearing families, big families, lots of kids. Maybe some of you are seeing your peers, like their kids are all graduating high school and college, and you're like, yep, my youngest is 10. I have to do this for 8 or more years. Like it's difficult for you. I'm hearing that. So you do have to persevere and like showcase family, but you're not supposed to be like completely giving up on a dream. For some of you, it does involve nurturing children or working with children, but you're supposed to nurture something like it is your baby at this time. And I just heard the most beautiful message from Gabriel. Let a baby be a baby. If your idea that your guides say, look, you have really great ideas right now. They are what you desire. They are your vision. Are you afraid to speak the truth? Maybe you feel blocked in some way. I'm hearing resentment blocking other parts of your life. Is like a lot of peer pressure, familial pressure. Get help, Libra. You're not a one-person army. Like, you can't do it all the time, but something is meant to be nurtured like a baby. So get passionate about this transition, because the creativity card and change came out. Some of you have to admit that it's time for like a big change for you, and you have to nurture this new idea like it's a baby. Okay, don't hold back. Ariel is down here too, and courageous. Ariel, double Ariel. Be courageous, spread your wings. You can do it. Some of you have been holding back in some way. And it's like, well, I'm worried about people who are going to think of me, and I've had to ask for help, or my kids and my family. Apparently, there's just so much changing for you. So I do know that some of you feel like you kind of need to do it all at this time. And Spirit's saying, look, it is what it is with kids and parents, but surrender to me. Do what you can. Accept that change is coming. And if you are creative and you get in alignment with your passion, it's going to go better than you think it will, but you will have to do something. Overall energy of your reading is Judgment, Scorpio here. The Crossroads. That's the 20-year card for me. Like, the next major choice you make could significantly impact the next 20 years of your life. 10 years for the wheel, sometimes 20 for judgment. Like, you're hearing an inner calling. A judgment call does need to be made. You have to drown out everybody else's judgment of you and focus on like your own best judgment. The catalyst for this is the Ace of Pentacles, planting that new seed that will manifest into abundance. It's time to plant the seed. For some of you, it's like, you do need to get a new job. For others of you, it's like an engagement might happen, a significant partnership or a relationship, but it is the beginning. Okay, it's time for that to happen. But what's been driving you is the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Okay, some of you, your ego got in the way a little bit. Maybe some of you got some kind of a promotion at work, but you didn't get the raise that you thought you would get, or some of you have a lot of pride and you don't want to admit that you're not doing as well as you want to. You've been really careful. I'm hearing like, I'm handling this the best I can. It's a struggle for me to let go. I'm like really holding on to a foundation in the structure of my everyday life. I'm kind of faking it till I make it. That's what's been driving you for a while. I also heard some of you were like, everything's going to work out. Everything's going to work out. Everything's going to work out. And I don't think it has. Because, when I look at these all in a row here, deep within in recent past, like that's how you started. That's what was driving you. Deep within in recent past is the Eight of Cups to Justice. There you are. Having to let something go. It was disappointing. Like, you had to let something go. Something had to be all the way walked away from and let go of. I think inside you're saying to yourself, I really just have to put something behind me and just like walk away. And some of you may be dealing with some consequences for maybe some choices you made in the past, or like you have to accept your fate. You have to accept the truth. You have to live with the consequences. I'm also hearing something weird went down in a court of law, but they're saying not to talk about that because it's too specific. We had to let something go. It's like, it is what it is here with the Eight of Cups to Justice. Here's your advice from your higher self, the Queen of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Some of you have a fire sign in your life that's been draining you. This person may feel left out in the cold, or you may feel left out in the cold by this person. Some of you have a person who's barely making ends meet. They may need your help in some way. Like, I'm hearing for a few, not all of you, but for a few of you, this Queen of Wands actually is the issue. And it's another person around you. But I have a Queen of Wands and an Empress. For some of you, it's a mother figure. I hear that sometimes she steals the limelight. And incredibly dramatic for some of you. But mostly, in particular for my feminines, I'm hearing that things just aren't going to be amazing right now. They could be worse, but they could be better for sure. I think you are listening for new opportunities. I think that some of you really want to be in control of your own life. and in charge of your own destiny. The King and Queen of Wands are grand visionaries. They're leaders. They're highly creative. They're free. They're independent. They're entrepreneurs. Some of you are thinking about helping people in need. Some of you are in need. I'm hearing, don't let your pride get in the way. I'm also hearing that some of you, like, you have to let go of one opportunity and choose a new opportunity. You may not be able to, you might have to make it on less for a while, but here's your action for the middle of the month. The Empress and the Seven of Cups. Some of you are looking for a place to put a mother figure. Like, this isn't you. Like, you're looking for something here. I'm also hearing that some of you, don't take this the wrong way. This is only, take it as it resonates for you. But I am hearing that some of you do need, a few of you, someone does need to stop acting like a little bit of a princess to a degree. Someone has really high standards and they may have to accept that like it's just not a 9 and 10 of Pentacles and the sun kind of moment. We've got the 4 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles. Like, you need to make a decision. Everything is changing. You might need to grab a new opportunity and deal with a consequence and leave something behind. You need to know that you have choices. And I'm not saying lower your standards, Libra. However, that being said, like, the best thing for you to do at this time is when you explore your options and you're looking for that new it thing, you are going to have to really lean into your creativity quite a bit. You may need to nurture. You may need to be very grounded at this time. The Empress does have to honor duty and responsibility. The Queen of Wands kind of wants to get her way more frequently. Sometimes she can sabotage herself from time to time. Her ego may get in the way. You do need to be more grounded and more practical. Watch out for having unrealistic expectations, though. The Empress does want to have it all. She wants opportunities just to come to her. And that wouldn't be the end of, sometimes that's the advice from Spirit. Like, just sit there and look good. Just keep doing your thing and the opportunities will come. But because Justice is here with this 8 of Cups and you look like you're having to accept something, and let me just skip to your final outcome real quick. You do look like you're absolutely terrified of worst case scenarios. Like, you're imagining worst case scenarios at this point. Really worried about something bad happening. It's like something inevitable. Get support where you need it, Libra, but try to take this blindfold off and realize this is just a trap of the mind. You're only trapped in your mind. You have to face the fear of hurt and accept some kind of an ending or pain. Someone around you may need to accept that they've hurt you. You may need to accept that you've hurt someone else, or just take your blindfold off and stop This is usually an imagining worst case scenario card combination. I'm not seeing total panic, just it's difficult for you to face something. I just heard someone say, if I face it, it will stop me from moving forward. Okay, that's fair. Put a pin in it and deal with it later then, because you will have to deal with it eventually. Because I see decisions being made. You do see yourself, or you need to make a decision. You have a lot of options. You do, but things are changing. You are the wild card right now. Think on your feet and be prepared to be surprised. Things will fall into alignment in a strange way. Your fate and your karma and your destiny are at stake, but you do need to let something go. Here's what you need to know, or your advice. Here's what's in the hidden position. The 9 of Cups, the Chariot, and the Ace of Wands, Cancer here. Some of you, there is a new opportunity coming in for you, but it might involve you making a choice, and going for it here. Maybe a new home, the world. Yep, some of you may move. You will be very happy. And there's a lot of growth potential, a new cycle with a lot of growth potential. That's what you don't know. This could also be someone else around you that is very happy and very satisfied. They're getting exactly what they want. They're overcoming obstacles and challenges, and something new is coming into their life. That may directly impact your life, for better or for worse. But you do need to just radically accept, because the way you're going to feel for the next week or so is the Hangman and the Four of Swords, radical acceptance. For some of you, this may be like a health issue where it's like, for sometimes when I get like the Ace of Swords or the Ten of Swords, it can simply mean like a surgery or a procedure. And this is downtime recovering. And you're like, yep, there's nothing I can do about this. Like if it's an illness or it's something involving like a difficult diagnosis or something that you have to go through physically, like you have no choice but to go through it with the Hangman. I know you're afraid of pain, but the fear will not, refusing to look at it won't make it go away. But I do like the way you're going to handle it. Like, I like that you are going to be creative and look for options while also radically accepting some things. I do think it will low-key stress you out a little bit, but it's like, I have to let things go. I can do what I can do, and what I can't do, I just can't do. You'll radically accept. But the next choice you make is going to be a big one. You do have to weigh your odds. I think something's going to happen quickly. Some of you have to act fast. Some of you, you have a major choice, and a college or family may be involved as well. With Judgment here and these Knights, it's like some of you, like, you have to decide really quickly. Am I going to move here? Am I going to move there? Am I going to do like this online education thing, or am I going to stay here and do this? Like, these could also be young people as well, like teenagers or young adults. That could be someone else. It's like, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? Could be Libras in my younger 20s. Some of you are worried about a mother as well, and this fire sign, whoever that is. But some of you have to feel like you have to move really quickly. I'm also hearing that some young people may elope like that, like boom. And they may move in together very suddenly, but you may have to take a risk and just go for it in order to get the home that you want, the stability that you want. You do have to make a practical choice, but ultimately, Libra, like, keep in mind that the change is coming. And if you're creative, it will help with that. You have brilliant ideas right now. You have to nurture them like they're a baby. Stay focused on exploring your vision and cultivating it and getting it to come into reality. Spirit wants me to say to you right now, this is just a transition. This is temporary. What you're going through right now and just needing to radically accept is temporary. New things are coming in. You've had this new idea. I think you're going to give up something that isn't kind of working out and allow change to happen. Goodness can come in. As long as you have the GPS of your soul turned on, and you got all 9 cups here, there is a wish fulfilled coming in for you, and it's hidden. You don't see it. Again, take this blindfold off and face anything difficult. I mean, when I get the Ten of Swords and Justice, it's like, yeah, we do have to deal with something really difficult here. If any of you are going through something in court, and this is some kind of a document that you need, like, for some of you, it might be a like a restraining order or something. That's like worst case scenario. Best case scenario, it's a document that will help you move forward. It could be taxes, it could be a license, it could be a passport, it could be anything. It will open up new opportunities for you. And this is just a transition. Yeah, stay focused on your visions, Libra. You have good ideas. Changes now, babe. You've got this. I believe in you. Okay? They're pulling back. They're telling me to stop. That's your message for mid-July, Libra. Don't forget to check out your other channel called Somashandra Libra, and link to my website for private readings is down below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra Nation. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.